Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you Thursday morning, February 6th. We're looking at window traders market profile, the ES and NQ. So remember, we had a double distribution day yesterday in ES and NQ. And late in the day, we got a little price probe. Well, the entire overnight, as you can see in ES, has been above the base of the price probe. Now, NQ's been a little different. They've been below it, but not by much. Right now, NQ is trading right above it. ES has been firmly above not only the price probe, but yesterday's high. What's important is yesterday's value. Value high is at the day's highs. So any failure up here by the bulls, you're going to get acceptance into value. And once again, right, a little M trade. If you get acceptance into M and below the base of the price probe, there would be good odds of at least trading M's range. Now, again, that's not the end of the world. It would still be in the upper distribution, at least at that point. However, that would mean you'd have the overnight low at this point, if it stays there, and you'd have value at best overlapping a higher or maybe unchanged. So pretty important, I believe, to hold. Maybe not so much the gap, but the base of the price probe and have the bulls have acceptance above it. Okay? If they do, there's a chance to take back the trend day from January 31st and get into the upper distribution for ES. For NQ, it would be to get the 31st high and take back a small set of single prints from the 24th. Okay? They still have single prints up above from December. So that's kind of your line in the sand to see if the bulls are going to continue what they've done the last 2 days, or has the short covering been done enough where you're not going to have that underlying bid, and momentum buyers, when they don't see anybody else buying it, obviously step away. It all remains to be seen. As far as the game plan early, again, there's 75 minutes to go, but based on where these overnights are, especially ES, incredible visual targets to front run the overnight high, use above it as you're out into the single prints, and the same here to front run the overnight low, and then use the base of the price probe as you're out if you get below L's high. NQ, a little different as their overnight lows below the base of the price probe, right around their 9-wide POC. Again, you could front run it and then use below it as you're out. I don't think you're going to want to take the heat all the way down to the bottom of the upper distribution. You might, but that's about 30 points. I don't think you want to. And on the upside, same thing. You're going to need a point total. If you front run the overnight high, you're not going to take the heat up to the 31st high. Again, if we open up not near the overnight high or overnight low and start heading towards one of them, that also becomes a trade to take to go get them. Okay? Righty, also looking to possibly gap higher. So again, even though we talk all the time about emotional trading, and this is another function of it, right? We had 2 big gaps down 2 Mondays in a row. And here we are, we've taken them all back, and now we're having single prints and gaps up, trend days up and gaps up. The emotional short-term traders continue to run this market. And then here's your chart. Again, I'm calling it balance. Now, even if we gap higher today, if we go and take out the 31st high at some point, then I'd be apt to call it daily up. But again, until we take out the all-time high, especially in ES, okay, it's one big balance for me. Now, in triple Qs and NQ, pretty much the same thing, right? You have the 31st high, and then you had that 3-day island top. That's your balance high, not the all-time high. But this would be your balance high for me in the NQ. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.